What's going on, homies? My name is Juan Blasquez, and I am originally from Mexico City. Last September, I was living in Milwaukee, Wisconsin with my wife and two daughters, and we decided to move to Los Angeles. It was a very short decision. I was doing a lot of voiceover work in Chicago and some in Milwaukee. There are not a lot of opportunities for voiceover actors that focus in Spanish in Milwaukee. So I was doing some research and it came up to the three biggest markets: Chicago, New York, and Los Angeles. Chicago, not even close to New York when it comes to Spanish voiceover, and New York not even close to Los Angeles when it comes to Spanish voiceover.
Muy buenas tardes, amigos, me llamo Juan Blasquez y soy locutor en español.
It came down to, where could we move as a family, and Los Angeles was the perfect fit. My wife is very outdoorsy and she likes to go in for hikes, walks, and just enjoying nature. I like to stay at home and watch television and watch videos on YouTube. New York would have been way too expensive from what we know to afford a nice place to live and have a good school system for our daughters. And Los Angeles was just like a no-brainer when it came to the weather, when it came to opportunities for acting and for a different pace of life. And for basically not having 8 months of winter anymore, because we lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it's below zero 11 months out of the year. Emily had the bad side of the deal. She had to stay in Milwaukee, pack the house, take care of the kids, and still work full-time as a photographer. I came here to be the scout and get a job, get a place for us to live. Last January I flew back and we basically drove from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Los Angeles in our Subaru Outback. It was a really nice road trip. I really enjoyed driving, and that's one of the things that I like doing voiceover in Chicago. From Milwaukee, I would drive every week at least once or twice to do a voiceover job or to do the improv program that I was doing at the Second City. So that was something that I enjoyed doing, having a cup of coffee, listening to music, listening to a podcast, and then driving for 80 miles while listening and enjoying the view. The only part that sucked was once I hit the traffic in Chicago. Oh my god, it would take me sometimes 3 hours. But it was all worth it because I learned a lot at the Second City and I made some really good friends that I actually am still in touch with. I've never driven across the United States, so we got to see a lot of things and a lot of flat roads, just one line straight for tons of miles. But I liked it and it was fun to spend time with the family. I recommend road trips for everyone. At first it was really hard because we didn't have many friends. All of our friends were in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as well as our family. So moving to a new city not knowing anybody was hard. But we've gone through that. I went through it without speaking the language, moving from Mexico City to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Emily went through that moving from Washington to Wisconsin. So I recommend for everyone that has kids, young age is a good time to move, because as a kid I know how hard it is to make friends, and as a kid it's really hard to make friends. So if your parents are moving a lot, it's hard. Once you make your friends and you have to leave them behind, it just sucks. Moving to Los Angeles has been a drastic change from our life. Number one is the weather. It's perfect all day, every day. Even if it's a little cloudy, even if it drops down in the morning or at night, which it usually does, it's just a nice break from the heat. We live in the valley and everything is really close. Hollywood is a 10-15 minute drive. Burbank is a 10-minute drive, one line straight. West Hollywood is a 15 to 20 minute drive. Santa Monica, it's a 40-minute drive. With traffic, it's about an hour and a half. So everything is relatively close, and we've been doing a lot of exploring of the city. We like to go for hikes, so check out my other videos so you can see what parts of the city we've been exploring, and a lot of them are going to be hikes and outdoors stuff, which it's perfect because that's the culture in LA. People like to go for hikes and walks and running for socializing and for having fun, which is very different from Milwaukee, because in Milwaukee it's hard to do all those things with the winter. A lot of the culture in Milwaukee is drinking, which is great. Making friends has been definitely hard because the city is very spread out, so it takes a lot of effort to go from one place to another. So if you're close by, people will come by. If not, they will still come by, but it's just not as easy. The first year, from what I've heard, is the hardest, which is in this month, the first year living in Los Angeles. The food is amazing. I'm originally from Mexico City, and I seriously love eating tacos, and there are so many taco trucks everywhere. I go to this place in North Hollywood. The tacos are al pastor, and they're only $1. They come with pineapple. So, I get like 10 tacos al pastor for $10. You really can't beat that. And they taste just the way they taste back in Mexico City. So you really can't get better than that. There's a lot of sushi places, a lot of taco places. I mean, there's just like the food scene is incredible. In the film industry, I mean, there's just a lot of opportunities for actors. Everyone's an actor. My friend said, I can throw a rock anywhere and it will hit an actor. And yeah, it pretty much is true. Everyone's an actor, a writer, a producer. So that makes it very competitive, very attractive people everywhere. To summarize, the first year has been challenging, ups and downs. We miss our family, but Los Angeles is awesome.